Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are just joining us, you are welcome to Queen Bee Unique Creation. On this channel, I share tips and tricks on how to make auto gele, Zara cap, turbans and fascinator. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you for always tuning in. So today we'll be making this padded Zara cap design. If this is something you are interested in, kindly keep on watching and make sure you like, you subscribe and you share to more people that you thought might need it. Let's get started. For our Zara cap, our roll padded Zara cap, we need our marker. The width of the marker is 3 inches as usual, while the length is 18 inches for the length of the marker. Now for the rolls that will be at the back, this is the length of the fabric, and the full length of the fabric is 58 inches, while the width is 8 inches for the width. The full length is 58, the width is 8 inches. I'm going to fold it like this and use it to create rolls that will be at the back of the Zara cap. So now for our Zara cap measurement, this is the fabric. The length of the Zara cap, I'm using 24 inches for the length, while for the width I'm using 16 inches for the width, because I'll cut off this part that is here. I'll cut it off, so I'm using 16 inches for the width. This is for the Zara cap. Now for the one we are going to use and make our roll pad that is at the front, it's 2. If you want to do 1, you can use 1, but I'm using 2. The length of the fabric is 25 inches for the length, while the width of it is 4.5 inches in two places. So now we start with our marker. Just the normal way we used to create our marker before, our Zara cap rather. You fold it into 2. You fold your fabric into 2 to locate the middle part of it. I'm very gentle with this fabric because it's white. I don't want it to stain. So we put it middle, center to center. We fold in this place, fold it in like this, and we are going to sew it down just the normal way we sew our Zara cap. So let me do that and we'll continue from there. So now you can see I have finished sewing it. So I'm going to tilt this part to the center, just the normal way we do our Zara cap. I'm just doing this for the newbies, for the people that might be seeing this video for the first time. So we are going to push it, make sure this sewing be at the center of the marker so that it will not be showing on this edge. So I'm just using my hand to push it. So if you want to do yours, you just push it with your hand. It will move because we did not sew on the marker. So that's why it will move. So you can see it's moving. So now here is it. Our marker has moved. I push it. So if we finish cutting, you can see that this upper part is in. So now we are going to set this aside. We are not closing it yet. We set it aside. So now we take the 2 pieces that will be for the roll at the front. We are going to sew it together. We sew the 2 right side facing each other. You sew it together. You turn it inside out. And same thing for the one for the rose fabric. We are going to sew it. But for the rose, I'm not turning it inside out. I will show you how I will sew that aspect. So I have finished sewing it and turning it inside out. I will set it aside. Now for the rows that will be at the back, this is it for the rows. So I'll trim off this upper part. I'll trim it off. So instead of putting the 2 mats together, like this, no, I won't do that. I will treat it like this. So I want to make the rows that I created. There's a tutorial on my YouTube channel on how to create this row. Just want it to be at the back of it. So you continue sewing it from beginning to the end. Just put the 2 mats together. And after I finish sewing it, I will set it aside. So now we come back to this tool. We are going to be inserting fiber inside. We are going to measure the width like this. I'm having 2 inches here, so I'll cut my fiber 4 inches because I want to double. So we are going to fold it and insert it inside. So you can use your fiber, you can use your, this is fiber rather, you can use your wadding, you can use your 1/2 inch foam for this step, but I prefer this fiber. So if you have watched to this point, kindly give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have a headwear class happening on Telegram that started in December. You can still join for the whole of 2025. It is just 15,000 naira on Telegram. So you can click the WhatsApp link below to join if you're interested. A lot of tutorials have been posted here already. I post tutorials twice every month, twice in a month. So all the designs that are there, they are not on the YouTube. They are not on my YouTube channel. So the design there are more detailed than this. You know, there's no need of editing and cut and joining in those videos. So it's just a raw form of styles is already there. So if you're interested, just click on the WhatsApp link in the description box below. It will take you to our WhatsApp YouTube group that is on our YouTube group on WhatsApp. So once you make your payment, I will add you to the Telegram group. So you see, it's for the whole of 2025. You can join. And to inform you guys, the ultimate autogele class is coming up very, very soon. It ought to have started, but my phone is a bit faulty, so I've postponed it till I repair my phone and everything is in place. So I'm just letting you know that that one will basically be on autogele. So now you can see the roundness. I've inserted the two. So we take our Zara cap here. We are going to place it in front of it. You make sure this sewing part is facing down. You understand? So we are going to place it on it and we are going to sew it together. We place it on it this way and we sew it together. It might be a little bit longer than the Zara cap, don't worry, because you know the Zara cap is not straight. We're not going to wear it straight on our head. It's going to curve. It's going to curve like this. So once it's curved, and that curveness too is with also its material. So just make sure this one is a little bit, you can see. So you can see this is the design we are going for. So now we are going to join it together the normal way we join our Zara cap. Sew it together, then I will gather it just the normal way we do our Zara cap. So you can use pins to hold this part. If it's not easy for you to work with, you can use pins to hold it so that you'll be able to sew everything in place. Same thing with this one. I have sewed it and I have gathered this part. You can see I've closed the end just like the normal way we close our Zara cap. So make sure you cut off every thread that is coming out so that your work will be neat, and you trim everywhere that needs trimming so that your work will be very neat. So now let's turn it to the front. So now I've turned it to the front, so we are going to arrange our part even. You see? You can see. This part did not sew very well, but don't worry, I will tackle it with my needle and chain. Remember that rose is still coming at this back, so you don't have to worry. So now the Zara cap is ready. You see? So this part, if you don't want yours to be moving like this, you don't want the rose to be moving like this. So you just put this sewing part, you just put your glue gun. You put it inside and you glue it. Same thing here. You put your glue gun here and you glue it down. So that once you glue it down, it will stay in place. It will not be moving up and down. So I will do that. I will use my glue gun to gum in. So I'm just showing you what to do. So now let's put this aside and work on our rows that will be at the back. So here is the rows that we sewed together earlier. So I'm just trying to trim off the excess thread on it. Remember that we sew it slant, so I'll cut off this excess. Then we'll be needing our needle and thread, a matching thread of the fabric you are using. So you knot it and you are going to create a gather stitch. So you start from this pointed edge, or you can fold it like this once or twice before you start, or you can start like that, anyhow you want it to be. So now we are going to gather through everywhere that we sew. Through the sewn part, we are going to use our needle and thread together in just the normal way we create rows. It's just the sewing that is different. You know, this one was sewn slant instead of straight. So now we are going to gather it. So for every design that I made on my headwear group, there is a tutorial for it. So in case you don't want to join the headwear group and you just want to learn that particular style that I posted, you can also make payments. So I'll be putting the amount in our WhatsApp group. The link will be in the description box below. So once you join the group, so you'll be seeing the design, and I'll be posting more of them on my YouTube story, on my YouTube short rather. So you'll be seeing more of the design on my YouTube short. So any design you see on my YouTube short that is not on my YouTube channel, you can ask for tutorial for it. There is tutorial for every design that I posted on my Edgeware group. So in case you don't want to join the group, you just want to be learning per design, no problem, there is a class for you. So just join the WhatsApp group and let me know if you are interested in any design you are interested in. Then I will add you to the group because the class is already created. So just for you to make payment and you'll be added to it on Telegram. And they are not expensive. The highest amount is 2,000 naira for each design. I have the one of 1,000, the one of 1,500. So anyone you want to learn per design is there, just let me know. Because of the way I sew it, it will be a little bit stressful to gather, but you have to work your way through it because you are gathering through the sewn part, and because we did not sew it straight, so it will be turning on its own. So you will just be using your hand to smoothen it out as you are gathering it. I would have done all this off camera, but I'm just doing it on camera to show you guys in case you are doing your own and it's not coming out straight. Don't worry, it's because of how we how we did the sewing in a slant way. That is why, so you don't have to worry. So let me cut off this excess part also. I decided to leave it like this, but I prefer to fold in the mouth so that it will give it a clean finish. You see, just like this. Then I will use my needle and thread to gather it together like that, so that it will give it a neat finish. So now that we have finished gathering, we can create our rows however we want it to be. So you can see the way I'm creating mine. I don't want it to be too big and I don't want it to be too small. So I'm releasing the gathered as I'm doing it. So you can see. So you see, now I'm going to sew it from up to down. If you want to put something at the middle, like some little appliques, you want to put it at the middle, like you want to put something like this at the middle, so you can tack it like this and put something at the middle. But if you don't want to, you can also close it up. You know, you just use your hand to give it twist. You just twist that middle part, you twist it very well like this, and it will be very beautiful. Then you close it up, then you tack it down. So anyhow you want it to be. Yours is not that hard to make. It's very, very easy. Depend on the outcome you are looking for. You can make yours to be bigger than this. If you want it to be bigger than this, you know the length of this fabric I'm using was 58 inches. So this is what 58 inches gave me, and 68 inches for the length. Then the width is 8 inches. So if you want yours to be bigger, you can increase the width to 10 inches, and you can increase the length to either 60, 65 or 70, depending on how big you want your hose to be. I don't want this to be too big. I want it to be, you know, moderate, just like this. So that's why I use that 58 that come with the length of the material. And you make sure you tack your hose very well so that it will be firm, it will not be removing, except you want to glue it. But if you know you are not gluing, you take your time and tack your hose very, very well. Tack it very well, tack it tight and neat. Yeah, it's okay. So I'm just going to attach it to the back. Then I'll show you what it looks like after I finish attaching it. So here is our Zara cap. I put this little applique at the back because my client requested for it to be embellished. So I put this one at the back. So I have glued it down. I've glued this one down with my glue gun. So I will also embellish it with cup chain. This is the style. It's ready like this. But my client requested for it to be embellished. So I'm going to use my liquid gum. This is B6000. This B6000. I will put it and I'll just put this cup chain on the front like this, you know, just embellish it like this because my clients requested for it to be embellished. So I'm going to embellish it like this. I'll put gum and do it down from here, and do the same thing for the second row too. Let me see, I can put it at the middle also, or maybe let me just put it at this middle part only, but my client requested for it to be embellished, so I will try to embellish it. Then I'll go and wear it on the mannequin and show you the final outcome of it. So here is the finished look of the embellished Zara cap. You can see, here is it. See how beautiful it looks, and you can decide to leave your own plain and not embellish it if you don't want it to be embellished, but the customer wants it to be embellished. So if you have watched to this point, kindly give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share to more people that you thought might like it. So this is the end of today's tutorial. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye. God bless you.